Welcome to episode 1 of Behind the Badge. Today we're looking at the Mercedes A-Class. This is the A160 D. We're going to be looking at the interior, we're going to be looking at the exterior, and we're going to look at performance, the luxuriousness and the efficiency of this vehicle. But most of all, we're going to be looking behind the badge. I really like this little, I don't know, was it a grip for optimum usage of the scroller? It's lovely. That's leather coated. You've got a nice little touchpad here, which is actually quite responsive, and it has a little bit of like a vibration feedback. But you know, you've got other uses of leather around the cabin. You've got some kind of faux carbon fibre look here, which I presume as you go up the classes of the model ranges, you know, that it gets higher quality. But you've got nice little additions of metalware. You know, that's what's nice as well with this car. Small features. I know they're new and all cars kind of modern, but you can see where we are right now. It's a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. There's a little private road, and it's telling us that. So just it's also got lane assist, cruise control, plenty of buttons. So if you want to be lazy and not have to touch anything, you can do a lot through the screen, just on the steering wheel. To be honest, I was about to go and rinse these for being a little bit too plasticky, but they're very functional. Indicator, floor, oh no. And then it's got flappy paddles as well. That's a luxury. And it's not too slow either. First impressions are alright. You get a good amount of feedback. It feels like it's got presence on the road for sure. The gear changes are pretty nice. The gear changes are smooth, and I think it's a 9-speed gearbox as well, so you've got plenty of gears for fuel economy too, which is lovely. So the steering itself, it's comfortable. It's very light. How are the brakes? Let's see, 50 mile an hour going into a 30, just easy. Easy. Responsive. Little couple of bumps. Car destroys through it. Dampens really nicely there. Can't really feel too much of how bad the actual road is. I have a Mini myself, so those bumps are grim. But yeah, noise dampening is quite nice actually. It's quite well insulated from the sound. It's quite tame. It's quite a tranquil environment. With regards to price, new this car now, you're probably looking at about 25 grand. Used is probably about 16. So from there, you're looking at kind of, you know, your price range is definitely above the average when it comes to hatchbacks. But then you don't take into account the quality that you get with that, the reliability you get that. The steering wheel's gorgeous, just as a side note. But you know, when you're looking at other cars, say the Mazda MC50, Volkswagen Golfs, Golf R, you're getting quite a bland car for a fair price. Whereas with this, it's about 15% more than the Mazda, especially, and you can really tell. That's basically the brunt of it. The cool thing about this car in itself is the top spec. So the A45S or the A45, that engine in itself is the most powerful 4-cylinder engine that there is on sale. You're too slow. I'm in the A-Class. And now, ride out to 5th gear. Round the roundabout, open it up. Speed bumps. Potholes more like in this country. Not too bad. That's up to 60 in nice amount of time there. Right, we'll pull in here. and we'll have a look at the other parts of the car. Boot space, under the bonnet, back seats, all the doors, 5 doors of them, Jesus. And now, the most quirky part of this car that I still can't get my head around. Let me change gear. Oh my, reverse. What a nice little addition that is. 16 grand gets you reversing camera today. That's mind-boggling, isn't it? So one thing that actually looks quite fancy, nice keys. I mean, you can get some really nice cars today and have crap keys with it. These are nice. One thing that picks up quite quickly is the paint chips. You've got some nice big brakes up front, clean, and then again, nice old wheels, nice alloys that come with it. Again, for 16 grand, you're actually getting a nice piece of quality car. 5 doors in the back of the car. It is smart. We do have nice seats. I'm a 5'9" full-grown man, and even still, there's plenty of room in here. You could definitely have a kebab in the back of it after a night out, if you have a responsible driver. So one thing that we find with this car, oddly enough, the petrol cap's on the left side, but another thing is, there is a generic issue with the said person who owns this car actually had the issue themselves and had to pay 400 quid through the Mercedes dealership to get that little button fixed again. Nightmare. Open the bonnet and it's right hidden underneath, above the pedals. Little red bar which opens up this really sleek presented engine bay. This is a clean little example of a nice runaround. The A200 is a 2-litre 4-cylinder. This is the A180, right? And this is the Renault 1.3-litre 4-cylinder engine in. So when it comes to replacing parts, you're essentially buying Renault parts. So whether you go to the dealership or whether you actually go to, say, Link U or Euro car parts, you know, you'll be able to buy said components for the cheaper price because essentially you're driving around a Renault engine, so it's going to be maintainable. Now, on lighter notes, that also means that you probably be able to get 2 sets of golf clubs in there, easily 2 suitcases. So when you're talking about practicality of the car, you can definitely do certain tip runs if you're not scared of scratching it. Going into the back of the boot, excluding the ready salted crisps, we get first aid kit, air compressor, emergency tyre refiller, and then obviously your warning triangle and tow bar. All necessary things with regards to the car, the Mercedes A180. This is the diesel example, but this in itself is clean. I'd give it a good 7 out of 10. I mean, it's no bloody Lamborghini, it's no Porsche, but it is a lovely Mercedes runaround which you're going to get decent efficiency out of. I'm Liam, and don't forget to choose my car.